Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know. We have Century Stampede around the corner. No one's paying attention to this. In the sense, yes, everyone's waiting. They're waiting. We're waiting. I'm waiting. I'm addicted to the brown and to the green. Everyone's waiting for this, but people are forgetting that this is coming out in 2 weeks. Man, I'm always saying like a month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks from now, guys, essentially, we're going to be cracking this open. 2 weeks from now, everyone's expecting, early next week, probably Monday, Tuesday, that we'll receive finally more reveals, what's coming. I mean, this time around, Konami has done a great job of, not allowing leaks and things of that nature. So everyone's waiting, man. Everyone's waiting. And this video is the calm before the storm. I want you guys to be ready for the release of Quarter Century Stampede. I don't want you guys to be willy-nilly. Oh, yeah, I just own all my cards. I don't really care about this. I'm just waiting to buy more. I mean, again, to each their own. Here, we're trying to recycle your purchasing power. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. Make sure you like the video on the way in. I gladly appreciate it because I want you guys to make sure you're ready. You're ready to recycle that purchasing power, to rotate your value. It's all about value rotation, guys, into this massive reprint set. You want to make sure you're early. You want to make sure you do this right. And again, this is a part one of 2 parts that is coming for this video. Around the fact that we made this video 4 months ago. 4 months ago, where is it? Popular right here. We made this video right here talking about the tins and possible double dipping into in Bonanza. We're gonna make a similar video next week, going around still some tin cards that we expect to get reprinted, as well as some nostalgia cards that we expect. We're gonna have that discussion next week. Today's more about the modern side of things. Advanced format, the meta. People, expectations, what's coming in here, Jay? Okay, we already have Fuwalos, which we're going to touch base in just a moment, but what else can come in here? We're going to have a brief discussion about that here today because it's the calm before the storm. In 2 weeks, there's going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh storm, a storm in the Yu-Gi-verse, guys. The markets are going to get destroyed because now we don't know yet. But in a couple of days, probably early next week or, maybe end of next week, we need to know. We need to know. We're not going to go in blindfolded into a reprint set this massive and this big. And once we start knowing what's coming, the market's going to get destroyed. So you want to be early now, before the storm comes. Take advantage of the calm right now before the storm, and you get rid of things. It's all about risk management. So you lower your risk when it comes to owning some of these cards that are going to be coming in here, guys, that will be getting destroyed in price, and you recycle that purchasing power either into other Yu-Gi-Oh cards that you need, or maybe into cards from this new set that eventually they're going to crash down because they're new cards, and then they're going to spike up 3-4 months later like Bonanza is doing, and you're going to be eating good because you recycled your purchasing power, guys. Look, boxes here at all-time high in volume, candles, people coming in at $100, protecting that $100 level, feeling like $100 is too cheap for this particular box, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I still haven't pre-ordered mine. I missed the boat on this one. I should have pre-ordered probably on Game Nerds or somewhere that they had a deal. So that's my bad. But $100, that's fine. Mentally, I know, okay, I'll end up paying $100 for this essentially. So that's the mindset. So we'll see. But Stampede, man, too big of a reprint set for people to gloss over. We're not Billy bobbing with this set. It's coming out soon, guys. It's coming out very, very soon. It's not end of April, April 20th, 25th, 30th. No. It's coming April 11th, man. That's 2 weeks from now. Literally 2 weeks from today is the release date of this product. And everything, what I'm hearing the masses say? I can't wait. I'm looking forward to this. And man, there's no release, card releases and leaks and I don't know what's coming yet. And yeah, they're right. They're right. But that should not be the focus. We can't control what Konami prints or doesn't print. It's all good and well. We're addicted. I personally can't wait to see what comes inside here. But that shouldn't be where most of your focus should be at. That's herd mentality. Let it be what it be. It comes, I'm here, I want to know, but I'm not focused on that. You know what I'm focusing on? Recycling my purchasing power. That's what I'm focusing on. Going to H-Town, selling all these expensive quarter centuries from Bonanza to buy new quarter centuries from Stampede. That eventually 3 to 4 months down the road, those will start going up, and that's the power of recycling your hard-earned money, your hard-earned capital, guys. Make sure you keep that in mind. Single packs, be like Sage. Shout out to Sage. He's always saying in the Discord, I'm always buying single packs and pulling godly. He goes to Walmart or from his locals. Man, that's awesome, man. So yeah, packs, if you can get them in that sense, sure, you can crack some open, you know, gamble a little bit in that sense, you know, to see what comes out. But honestly, boxes is where it's at $100, not bad. I mean, it's Stampede. A lot of people have high expectations. This price can fluctuate quick, though. It can either crash if the set is underwhelming, which most people don't expect it to be. Just having cards like Fuwalos, which we're going to touch base on here. I mean, a lot of people have high expectations, so this might actually go up even more. So we'll definitely continue to monitor that, you know, as we get closer to the set's release, man. Shout out to the community. Last night we had a live stream, guys, and we continue to break records on the channel. Back-to-back streams with over 100 peak concurrent viewers. I just want to say thank you to the community. If you swung by, showed some love. I mean, the channel goal since the beginning was to get 100 people, 100 viewers on a live stream and 10K subscribers. So one down, one to go. We're getting closer, you know, and of course we're going to surpass those levels and keep going up. And that's the mindset. But again, just we need to celebrate the small wins. And I like to share this with you guys, with the community, because it's all because of you. I really appreciate you guys swinging by. It was a blast. I had a blast yesterday, man. It was awesome. It was awesome. And as you can see, back-to-back 2K views on the live streams. God, look, when you go to popular, these have been my most popular live streams ever. Back-to-back. Previous highs were 1.4K. Now we have back-to-back 2K view streams. Wild for my channel. You know, we had a blast, guys. Thank you for everyone who showed love and actually took a moment to see these. You guys are amazing, man. The channel continues to grow, and it's all thanks to you guys. So make sure you subscribe, man. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you guys participate. Last chance. Here it says 5 hours, 6 hours, 5 to 7 hours left for you to participate in our channel giveaways. That's why we always give back. We celebrate the channel growth with you guys. Look at that. Thrust, Little Knight, Staples, don't miss out. Last chance, link in the description down below. You come over here. Let's get this to 200 participants, man. If you live in Europe, let's get this to 100. We have a Euro giveaway going on right now. Don't miss out. You come in here, link in the description down below. One click, come over to the Discord, or there's also a Discord link in the description as well. Take advantage, participate. Free cardboard, man. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. We're already planning the next Discord giveaway. We're always giving back and give to the community. You don't want to miss out, guys. And then link in the description down below. First link, come over here, man. Take advantage of this chart. Track the cards that we're going to be talking about today. One by one, you can purchase any of these. You don't want to miss out. And look, we've never drawn on this chart, guys, but look at the value. Let me show you guys an example, especially with quarter century Stampede coming around the corner. Look, you want to be selling up here. You want to be selling up here. Most of the cards that we're going to be talking about today is Rarity Collection 1, 2, and 3, guys. All right, so we have Rarity Collection 1, 2, and Bonanza, guys, as well. And most of these cards, where are they? At all-time high. So what do? You sell up here before these retrace back down to the mean. When people are going to want to take this value and buy the new ones. People are going to want the new cardboard, the fresh off the press cardboard for Stampede. So you want to sell up here before the eventual retracement back down to the mean and recycle that, rotate that value into Stampede, guys. So again, just so much great information here. Shout out to tcgcreator.com. You guys want to make sure you take advantage of this. Do not miss out. And then we have Fuwalos, the talk of the town. The talk of the town, guys. Insane. Before I actually get to this card, I want to talk about just more giveaways, because there's a lot going on the channel right now. You know, shout out to Jules. Yesterday became a member of the channel, and he actually is hosting a giveaway. So let me just do this here, guys. So look, this is one of the Starlight rares that we have, that we said we were going to give at 8.5K. There's so many people. You guys are sending too much stuff, man. So much stuff. So we're going to have to include this at 8.5K, but it was supposed to be 2. But we're going to leave one more for later, 8.75 or whatever, because Jules took over the 8.5K giveaway. He sent, look at that, a play set of Blue Eyes, guys, right here. The 10 Blue Eyes, a play set right there. Insane. A play set for one lucky winner at 8.5K, guys. You guys are wild. And then Jules also sent a play set of Dominus Purge, secret rare that we will be giving away. But he said the condition is you won't know which of these play sets you're getting. You won't know, guys. You will not know. All you have to do is be subscribed and then more giveaway details coming soon. Again, you won't know. If you're one of the winners, we're going to select 2 winners for these. And obviously, so 3 winners, you won't know what you're receiving, guys. You know, to keep it a mystery. Once you receive that package, man, it might be one of these 3 things. You want to make sure that you subscribe, guys, at 8.5K. Insane, guys. Insane. It's too many giveaways. You guys, it's too much. And look, now we've switched at 8.75K. We're giving away 3 structure decks and our other Blue Eyes Jet Dragon right here, Starlight Rare. So, guys, if you want this at 8.75K, again, it feels far now, but we continue to grow fast. We continue to give back and give away on the channel to you guys, an amazing community. Do not miss out. I'm sorry, I had to take, a couple of minutes and highlight because you guys are sending too much stuff. It's literally, of course, these structured decks. I bought them. This is my jet. Scott's is coming in 8.5K giveaway again. And look, we have a 8.25K giveaway coming look at this, man. Shout out to I might name this later, remember? We had the Dominus Purge quarter century, but look, he also sent secret rare Euros as well, as long as a Euro print Blue Eye structure that, guys, at 8.25K, 1 winner. Look, I went ahead and added these Imperium border sleeves. Shout out to Imperium Duelist, and also these wanted sleeves right here as well, guys. So at 8.25K, 1 winner is getting this. I needed to highlight this. I'm sorry I'm taking time out of this video, but it's too many giveaways going on, and I need to highlight this for you guys. Look, 1 winner is receiving all of this value at 8.25K coming around the corner. So in conclusion, you want to subscribe, you want to ring that bell right now, you want to give yourself a shot right now to participate in all our channel giveaways. It's just too much, man. Too much stuff going on in a good way. We love to give back, guys. So if you can appreciate that, make sure you subscribe and give yourself a shot. All right, my bad, guys. On to the cardboard. Yo, show me the cards. Hey, we have Mulcharmy Fuwalos, guys, right here. This secret rare, again, I've gone on so many rants about this card. It's not even funny. Week after week after week. Showing you guys. We showed you guys when we were talking about this at 90s. Telling you guys to sell at 95s at around 100. And now you wake up today and the card is 50 bones. 50 bones. When we were at 95s and 100s, we told you guys. We said, guys, this card is going to be 50 bucks. 50 beans. And look, 46 listings right here, 5 pages only. And you're starting to see the cracks. You're starting to see play sets. We always look at that, man. Yo, man, I can't go on a rant again, man. The sad thing, a lot of people still have these. So I wonder who's selling, Jay, because I'm going to tournaments. Who's selling these then? People are going to panic sell, man. Just 2 weeks from now, not even 3, not even a month. Now, in 2 weeks, Fuwalos, we're going to have 6 different prints of Fuwalos flying around the markets. Even I'm going to finally get this card. It's going to be awesome. And this was 90s not too long ago, guys. We're talking about a month ago. A month ago, this card was 95 bones. Excuse me, guys, just a month ago. And we were telling you guys, get rid of this card. Jay, but I need it, I understand. Either play without it, do what you must. But a month later, the card is down 50%. And in 2 weeks, this card is going to be down more than 50%, most likely, from these levels. So this is your last chance. I mean, kind of late, but, I needed it. I get it. So don't need it until the point that it's $10. Nah, I mean, a lot of people are like, no way, Jay, it's not going to be 10. We gave the range, guys, 10 to 20s. 15s is the expected target. We'll see what happens. Don't wait until that moment. Don't wait until this card is 50% down from these prices. People panic selling. Yes, you're going to see major volume of people, Billy Bobs, that they never had this card. They're like me. I've never used this card. I never had it. I've never played it. I want it, but I'm going to get it. Just like Little Knight. Of course, I'm not a competitive player. I'm not always playing Yu-Gi-Oh, so I get it. I come from a bit of a different vantage point. But still, there's other people like me out there that we want these cards too, to get access to them, but that we haven't ever used it. We never paid $300 for a playset of a card that I'm going to be able to get for 50 bones and maybe even less for a playset of supers or ultras. Guys, we see this time and time again, the calm before the storm. We saw it. We're going to give examples. Guys. We don't talk out of the blue here. We're going to talk about imperms. We're going to talk about ashes. We're going to talk about all these cards. Of course, we're going to mainly talk about the high end just to give you guys, because most people are interested in the quarter centuries. But again, Again, all these, you know, the OGs of imperms, they used to be 20, 25s, 30s. And before that, 60s, 50s, and 60s. And then they came to single digits, guys. The same thing most likely is going to happen to a card like this. Again, people don't see it in the moment, of course. We're still 2 weeks away. We were just a month away. People still needed the card. They needed to play it. They're going to events, of course. People are not going to see the crash before it happens. But that's why we're here, because we see it from a mile away. We see the calm before the storm. And then I'm going to come back, and we're going to be talking about this card at 25 bones, then at 20s, probably even below. And we're going to say the same thing. Hopefully you guys listen when it was 50s. You can't use the excuse that I need it, I play it, then do what you must. We're talking about a two-week time frame at this point. A 2-week time frame. That's what we're talking about. You can't take a break for 2 weeks. I mean, I know you're addicted, but damn. To save over 50% of your purchasing power at this point that you would rotate into new Fuwalos, or maybe the same version. Jay, but I like the first set OG Secret Rare. Then you're going to buy 6 of these in 2 weeks. You sell 3 today, you have 6 in 2 weeks. The game is that easy. You can't make this stuff up, man. I could go on and talk an hour just about this card, so I'm going to move on. But it's nice to see what's panning out what we said it would. The game is that easy. Insane. This card is in falling knife mode, and the thing is, this is just the beginning. Like we're saying, this is the calm before the storm. The storm ain't even here yet. This card is going to get destroyed. Destroyed in value. Do what you must, man. This is the warning right here. Guys, we have Magia, Dragon Master Magia. Again, a card that a lot of people are talking, you know, in the Yugioh circles. You know, are we getting Magia finally? We need a reprint, man. You know, I mean, what are they going to reprint it as, though? I don't think they can't do it as a quarter century. They're not going to just give you a platinum secret because it already has a quarter century and it's not necessarily nostalgic. And they're not going to give us 6 prints of this card. My humble opinion, not yet, at least. In my humble opinion, they'll wait until Rarity Collection 5 to sell that. They're gonna bring a Starlight Magia, and then at that point decide if they're gonna give it the platinum secret, the PS, all the P's and all the R's as well. That's my humble opinion. So we'll see how it pans out. I don't see them reprinting this card, but who knows? I'm not Konami, right? They might. Hopefully. I wouldn't mind getting access to this card. I love it. I love the artwork. I love the name. And some people say Magia. I heard this the other day. I'm like, yo, that's the first time I heard it like that. And honestly, have I been saying the name wrong all this time? I mean, I've heard people say Magia as well. But yeah, it's because of magician, Magia. When I heard it, I'm like, that sounds pretty cool. So what's the right way to say? Is it Magia or Magia? Regardless, I really like this card. I wanted to. You know, but I ain't paying no ban. We don't do rent money Magia here. We don't do that. 3 listings. I remember when I was talking about this card at 800, a rando, a kid on the comment section, why, Jay, why are you telling people to buy an $800 card that could get reprint? We don't know if it's getting reprinted, first of all. And look, the card is up 300. Of course, low liquidity is going to be hard to sell the card, but if you manage to do so, that same person is up 300. So again, that's why we were telling you guys to buy it at 800 if you're that guy that really wants the card. This is not a card for the masses. Not everyone's going to own the card. But me, hey, I mean, at a ban, man, please, bro. Man, the card is nice and all, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Is this coming in Stampede? I don't think so. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Then we have Fiendsmith Engraver. Again, the talk of the town, guys. Again, we were telling you guys to sell this at 110s. Literally, I feel like going back, man, and just, you know, not to say that you guys don't believe me, but I always have fun with the fresh off the flashback. At 110s, we were telling you guys to sell this card. Of course, I was also, because we can't just show one side of the coin. When the card was 50 bones, I'm like, yo, we're selling this. You know, we're getting Yugioh. People are going to shift into that. So my mistake was not knowing that people were going to play Fiendsmith in Yugioh. So yeah, we call it how it is. Integrity and transparency at its finest. But then, once we noticed that Fiendsmith was being played with Yugioh and the card started going up, you know, once the card hit triple digis, went insane, we were telling you guys, sell the card, please. Don't let it go back down to the scene of the crime. Don't let it be 50 bones again. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. And again, the card from the 110s, 115 highs has never looked back, and it's just been crashing down ever since. Look, this is the move that we're discussing. It was 50s. I was saying to sell. I had no clue that this card was going to be used in, with Yugioh. And then it spiked up all the way to 111, 115s. And right here near the top, we were saying, sell this card, please. And now it's made new all-time lows. The panic is at all-time highs for this card because people, look at that, 37 bones with multiple, guys, multiple. I think they know something we don't. They got, I'm telling you, man, they got insider information. I mean, they know because $37 engravers, wild, guys. So again, people are speculating that Konami is keeping it in-house. No leaks yet. People are speculating that just like we got Fuwalos, people expecting that we're getting engravers as well. It'd be crazy. I will not lie. To get Fuwalos, engravers, and more of the cards that we're going to be discussing in here, it'd be insane. Let me know what you guys think. A lot of people expect this card to be reprinted before the tins. Either in Stampede, either in Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem, alongside Primite Lordly Loads. We'll see what's going to happen. We'll see what they have decided. But card is best selling. The card is still relevant, either in meta-relevant decks or rogue contenders as well. So, I mean, it's crashing down because most people have it, and they have reprint and banless fears for this card. So we'll see what ends up happening with this one. But, yeah, I mean, it's engravers, man. We'll see. We'll see, man. Yo, this combination, this is the calm before the storm. And it's not just with Stampede, which is mainly what we're talking about today, but also with the banless, man. Insane that we're getting all of this like around the same time. Wild that we can get a banless and a reprint set like Stampede all in the same month. Insanity, man. And within probably within a week to 2 week time frame. Who knows, man? They wait for Houston. It might be just within a couple of days in the same week. Yo, Stampede reprint and banless. Yo, that'd be insane, man, honestly. Then we have Dominus cards, Dominus Impulse and Dominus Purge. A lot of people are like, oh, no, they'll leave these for the tins. They can't reprint everything. Yeah, I mean, of course, they can't reprint everything. And they still want to leave some cards to sell in the tins. But what if they include Starlights in the tins this year? That's a take that I haven't heard anyone talk about. One, because they never did it in the past. But two, it seems they want to replace Starlights with quarter centuries in the meantime. And what if they take that even into the tins? Because we already got quarter centuries in the tins. They might be like this year, okay, Starlights in the tins as well, just like UCSRs. You imagine? Yeah, it's a stretch. I don't think so, because they'd be too readily available. I'm just saying, you never know. The whole point is, if some of these cards get double dipped in Stampede, they might still find reprint these. Not likely in the Starlight Ripper, maybe in a Prismatic Secret. So they might double dip. That's what they might do. Give cards like these multiple waves of reprints. Maybe that's the new reprint cycle that Konami's focusing on. Because loads, they're getting reprinted in Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem. But I still think that card is getting reprinted in the tins as well as a Prismatic Secret, most likely. So we'll see what happens down the line later this year. But regardless, again, this card, you never know, man. It came in the same set as Fuwalos. They might sneak in a Dominus Impulse, man. You just never know. I'm not saying that is highly likely, but again, Dominus Purge, Dominus Impulse. People are on the sidelines just waiting. Yes, they need the cards. A shout out, to Jules for hosting this giveaway. We're giving this away pretty soon. But again, you want to make sure that you guys get access to these cards right here, right now, guys. In the sense, only if you need to play, but if not, man, I get it. It's hard when you have cards that you need, but then they might get reprinted. You're scared. You have fear that you lose all your value. And then there's newer versions that you probably want, and your versions are getting destroyed. But that's the thing. As you head into a massive reprint set like Stampede, it's not like a Maze of Master, a little reprint set. No, we're talking about Stampede, man. A Rarity Collection. We don't play, man. We don't take risk. Dominus Impulse, Dominus Purge, be on the lookout just in case they decide to reprint these cards in Stampede. If you don't want to be that guy, hold it on to that bag. Me, I would be selling this right now. Just saying, I would be selling this right now. And then I would be, waiting. If it gets reprinted, then you're safe. If it doesn't, then you rush in, get your same cards back, and at least you didn't take that risk. Because we're talking about play sets here, man. We're talking about over $100 for purges and over $150s for impulses. Combination of over $250 that you don't want to leave on the table. You don't want to let this storm, this hurricane, take you over by surprise. And then we have Mulcharmy Purulia as well from Maze of the Master. A lot of talk around this card. A lot of talk is like, Jay, are they double dipping? Are they this? Should I get the Ultra? Should I get the OGs or the CRs? And honestly, we've been talking about this card nonstop. So I just wanted to, I already gave you my thoughts, but you know, for now, I wanted to give you guys an update. Card is still around 26, 27, 60 listings, just waiting. Retracing back down to the mean, attempting most likely to double bottom, but just waiting to see if in the next 2 weeks, the card gets reprinted in Stampede. And again, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But Purulia's, again, I get it. You would need it. I even want it, but I'm not touching this card until I know. It's just 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks, and we're all going to know one way or another if these cards got double dipped into or not. So we'll keep you posted. Now we move on to the Rarity Collection, guys. The Rarity Collections, we're going to start with Rarity Collection 1. You know, the one that changed everything. The one that had the staples of staples, you know, which we're going to touch base right here, right now. The one that had ashes, had effect veilers, imperms, triple T's, triple tactics talent, droplets, lightning storms, excuse me, guys, you name it. So many staples that we're going to touch base on here. And boxes, says it's 145s. We're at all-time highs, guys. 7 listings only for boxes at 175s. They hit 200 at the bottom of the page, 1 page only. And yeah, I mean, as we can see here, you know, these boxes are getting impossible to get. The cards inside are worth money. You know, there's a lot of great cards, great reprints that came in here. And this one set the stage, the Rarity Collection 1. You know, set the stage for Rarity Collection 2, which we will touch base in a bit. But the whole point is, these Rarity Collections are awesome, man. They're amazing, in my humble opinion. Of course, it's not a good feeling when you're holding cards that get reprinted and you lose value. I get that vantage point. But there's people out there, you know, that's the whole point of playing it smart and not holding on to those cards, you know, until such massive reprint sets get released. You don't want to hold to those cards into such a big reprint event. You want to be selling, you want to stay risk-free, and you want to be getting ready to recycle that purchasing power and rotate, you know, into the new Rarity Collection. So again, starting with Rarity Collection 1, we can see the boxes. This one is considered to be the premium Rarity Collection. You know, of course, it did bring the Platinum Secrets that some people just don't like. They prefer the new Platinum Secrets. But again, other than that, you have iconic Yu-Gi-Oh cards in here. So let's talk about a couple of examples. Let's start with Mass Hero Darklaw. I missed this one yesterday. I mean, this card is spiking up. Again, thanks to the new Mass Hero support. As we can see, the card was 17s, and now it's 40s, and then goes to 60s at the bottom of the page. 1 page only, 7 listings, single digits. So again, look what your boy paid. I went up to a vendor. This was in Houston, actually. It was in Houston. Look how much I paid. Let's see if you guys can see there. Let's see if the lighting, look at that. You can see there. Look at that, 12 bones. 12 bones right there. Look at this quarter century, man. Look at that. Let me see. Are we still blurry? All right, we're good. Look at that quarter century. 12 bones. We paid at a vendor in H-Town when I went to the regionals last year. I was like, this is Darklaw, man. $12? I mean, this is too cheap. And now a $12 card becomes 40. So you know what I'm going to do at H-Town? In the same city that I went to pick it up, we're going to go back to a YCS, and your boy's going to 2X. 3X, my bad. And probably even a little more right there. Clean 3X right there. The game is that easy. We've been talking about this card in the past, but it's not really about the card. It's about the concept that I want you guys to take. In Stampede, there's going to be other Darklaws. Not literally this card getting reprinted, but opportunities as such. Cheap cards, they're going to come out as quarter century secret rare. You need to be ready. Not just ready to know what cards you need to be picking up, or we're going to help you along the way, but ready with purchasing power that you should be recycling now or a month, not just now. We've been talking about this 3 weeks ago, a month ago, 2 months ago, just that mindset. Get ready for Stampede. Sell these cards, especially now recently in the last month, thanks to tax season. A lot of people buying out these quarter centuries from Bonanza and some from Rarity Collection 1 and 2. You sell. You sell at elevated prices. You compare your entry and your exit price. And again, this is not official financial advice. This is just my opinion because this is what I'm doing. That's the whole purpose of my channel. I'm telling you guys what I'm doing. And obviously people are finding value in this. Thousands of people watching every single day because we use math, data, the charts, guys. Supply and demand, fundamental economics to our advantage to make the best informed decisions that we can make. It's not about being perfect. It's about giving yourself the best shot to have more than a 50% shot, you know, way more than that percentage, but you want to be Give yourself more than 50%, 60, 70, 75% to win. Have a great win ratio. And again, be able to pick up cards $10, $12, whatever it was, 12 bones, and sell at 3x, because the game is that easy. We're getting more opportunities like these in Stampede. We're going to be here to cover that, but make sure you have purchasing power ready to take advantage of those new opportunities. We have Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. A lot of people, Jay, is this getting feed Ash? Alternate arts? What's going to happen? Should I be buying? Should I be selling? Of course, this is the max rarity version of Ash. If it gets a feed Ash, people are going to always prefer the OG, most likely, most people, regardless. But it's going to be still an additional quarter century secret rare as an alternate art of Ash out there with probably 6 additional prints. So I think this card would get hit, man. Not obviously not by a ban list, but price-wise. Maybe go down to 100 double digits, 90, 95s again. I mean, because you would have another competitor, technically speaking, to compete with this version. We'll see what happens in Stampede. But yeah, alternate arts. When showing this card, that's what I wanted to highlight. Just the possibility of some of these alternate arts potentially destroying some of these card prices. So want to stay away, man. If you have high-end Yu-Gi-Oh cards, a lot of value in these cards, as we get closer to Stampede, you want to stay away from those cards. And if you have to pick them back up, you literally could set the money to the side. Literally, you sell these, you get rid of these, or you trade these, and then you hold that value either in cards or in literal money, in currency, and you guys have access to that right there to the side. And then once in 2 weeks, you have that information, then you make an informed decision. Oh, it got reprinted as Feed Ash? Man, I'm going to pick up the same OG print, but lower now. Thank you, Jay. Or it didn't get reprinted, and you rush back and buy it back in because now it's not getting that Feed Ash alternate art reprint. So that's the point of using this information to your advantage. You have infinite impermanence. Guys, look at that. Staples of Staples getting reprinted, in Rarity 1. But again, we're asking the same question. Can Imprint receive an alternate art print? We'll see. I mean, card was 125s, retracing back down to 100. It's not bad in the sense you have a play set there at 100, 4 copies, then it quickly goes back up to 120s and beyond. So the card is still scarce. Those are deals, honestly, but people are waiting. People are just getting rid of it just in case. Because again, Konami has been really hyping alternate arts recently. And if this gets an alternate art, it's Imprint, man. Alternate art might be fire as well. So again, I think this value gets destroyed. It might go down 50%. So just something to keep in mind with imprints. Again, cards like these, I'd be playing like supers right now. Supers, ultras, that's what I'd be playing just in case. I'm not saying it is likely, guys. I'm just saying just in case if Konami feel like putting an infinite imprint, because they want to sell these sets. And if they can reprint, cards that came in previous Rarity Collection staples like these in an alternate art form, you're going to want it. I'm going to want them. I'm going to want to crack these packs open, and that's the mindset behind that. We'll see if it happens. Definitely make those considerations. Now we have Triple T's. Again, Triple Tactics Talent. The whole point with me showing some of these quarter century secret rares, I want you guys to get the grasp that every Rarity Collection, every single Rarity Collection that has gotten printed, even Rarity Collection 2, which we're going to touch base on, right here, guys, every single Rarity Collection has had amazing reprints. Each and every single one. Sure, one more than other. Maybe Rarity Collection 2 is worse than Rarity Collection 1, or Bonanza is better because it has a nostalgia part to it. We understand, but every single Rarity Collection has reprinted amazing Yu-Gi-Oh cards and cards that everyone needed, but not just reprinted them, but making them affordable, accessible. Guys, accessible. You know what I mean? Before Triple T's, not this quarter century version, but it has the PCRs and the PSR, got reprinted. This card was expensive. The OG secrets to get, they were super expensive. $20, $25 even for 10 ultras. And then the ultras that got reprinted here were as low as like $3, $4, $5 at the lows. Now they're like 15s plus because everyone needs them. But again, it's affordability, accessibility. That's what Rarity Collections do for the Yu-Gi-Oh player, especially those on a budget. And that's why these Rarity Collections are amazing. So Stampede will do the same thing. But this time we need to learn. We need to learn from Rarity Collection 1, from Rarity Collection 2, and from Bonanza. We need to learn and identify these trends and understand that staples, essentially, broken cards like these, they're going to go up. So we need to be on the lookout to keep in mind what's going to be the next staple or the next staples that we need to keep our eye out for in Stampede. With great examples such as Triple T's. Then we have Evenly Matched. Same deal. Evenlies, man. Love Evenly. Came in Rarity Collection 1. Again, you're gonna have amazing opportunities in Stampede with broken staples, guys. I mean, we already have Fuwalos. I'm excited to see what else comes in there. It feels like Konami has reprinted every meta-relevant staple. But again, we'll see what they do if they reprint some of the more modern ones like Dominus cards and things of that sorts. So we'll see. So evenly matched again. Excuse me. Again, secret rares used to be expensive before the Rarity Collection treatment. Secret rares used to be expensive of evenlies. It made it really affordable, guys. So just amazing to see reprints like these. And Stampede is going to be more of the same, man. It's going to do more of the same. Look, we had Effect Veiler card that is good, you know, in Time Wizard format, and also good in Modern, obviously, as well. You know, got its rarity treatment here with Rarity Collection 1. And yeah, that's the thing. Stampede is going to do the same thing. It's going to reprint cards high in demand like Fuwalos and many other cards. And that's always great, in my humble opinion, unless you're that guy holding on to Fuwalos, or maybe you held to your expensive Effect Veilers, but back then. But the whole point is the Stampede is going to do more of the same. It's going to give us staples. It's going to give us high-in-demand Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's why everyone loves it, man. That's why everyone loves, you know, the Rarity Collections. So again, you need to use examples from the past, you know, of cards that came out. Because look, Effect Veilers, when they came out, guys, let me see. I mean, this came out over a year ago, so we might not have the best information, but let's see. Okay, so this came out. Yeah, nah. This card was like in the 30s. This card. It was in the 30s. We would have to go back, you know, into late 2023. This card was in around like 35 bones. No one cared about it. And today is 80 bones, and it'll probably be triple digits soon. Why? Because it's just that good. Same deal. When we get cards that we're going to get in Stampede, we need to see, yo, is this an Effect Veiler? You know, we'll be here to identify those, but you want to be ready. You want to be ready, and you want to make sure that you recycle some of this purchasing power, you know, not these specific cards, but the ones that we've been discussing this week, last week, that have been getting bought out, guys. But these are just examples. Dark Ruler No More, this is actually a great deal. This is actually non-related to Stampede. This is a great deal. You would be buying the lows at around 20s, guys. I believe this card is going to cycle back in to the meta at one point. I just think. Who's this? Is this Jinzo right here? This is the skill drain guy in the artwork, man. I never focus on art. It's the first time I knew this, man. Look at this guy, the skill drain guy, I think. Dark Ruler No More, guys. Again, I believe is a great investment at 20 bones. Look at that. Still a year and some change later, still getting value. You know, still finding value inside the Rarity Collection. Got these before they cycle back into the meta. It just goes to show that every Rarity Collection has value, not just in the moment, not just in the short term, but even over a year later, you can still find great opportunities in these Rarity Collections. Then we have pot cards, man. We have Pot of Prosperity, a meta-relevant card. This one was 13, spiking up to 28, but after a couple is going up to 37 bones, then 50s at the bottom of the page. Why? As you can see here, we cleaned this up janitor style. Look at that, 10 listings only, going parabolic, because people are speculating that this card might get bumped back up to 2 or just have some type of balance implication, and people want to be ready, getting access to not the max rarity, but the matching rarity for most of their cards, guys. So again, you see Rarity Collection 1 still giving people value, still giving you guys value, especially if you got in at 13s. When we talked about this card and mentioned it, that same possibility that the ban list might release this back up to 2, and people might need these. Again, as you can see, there's just amazing reprints in these Rarity Collections, and Stampede will give us more of the same. Then we have Lancias, man. You remember when Lancias were 10, 11, 12s, 13s? Cheap? Same deal. From Rarity Collection 1, thanks to Malice format. You know, right here, look at that. 29s, 18 listings, still holding value after a couple. It goes to the low to mid 30s, guys, as you can see here. And yeah. I mean, hey, Lancias, man, still, there's gonna be some hand traps that we're gonna probably get in Stampede that at the time they might be like, who cares? No one's playing this. You gotta be on the lookout. You gotta be on the lookout, because just because they're not being played in the moment, this card went up 3-4x. Literally went up 3-4x when it reached the highs of 45 bones. It did. So again, these opportunities we need to learn. They're gonna be here in Stampede pretty soon, fresh off the press. Literally fresh off the packs. They're gonna be here, and we need to make sure that we're ready You know, not just by identifying, that's the key, not just by identifying what to buy, which we're going to do this year, but also you need to have purchasing power. You need to make sure that you rotate out of all these crazy buyouts going on, especially in Bonanza right now. You need to take advantage of that and use that fresh powder to get exposure to Stampede. Then we have Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. Recently was 36s. You know, a little bit of a retracement back down to 30s. Now healthy consolidation. This card was 18, 19 bucks when we told you guys to buy. 33 listings, still holding 30 strong. And again, on that same note, hand trap, staples, high in demand cards. I mean, we're already getting Fuwalos. They might double dip, you know, Purulia. Give us those hand traps that we need. And again, they've done it in the past. They'll continue to do it in Stampede. And we need to be early. We need to be early. Not literally. Early is not buying pre-sales and day one prices. Early is waiting 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, getting exposure. And then 2, 3, 6 months after that, then you're eating good, guys. The game is that easy. This time we're going to learn from our past mistakes in a way, in the sense of not knowing. Not literally mistakes, just not knowing, because everything was new. When we got the first Rarity Collection, no one knew what to expect. When we got Bonanza, no one knew what to expect because we had the nostalgia sector of it. So now we know. We have 3 Rarity Collections now. There's no excuse. No excuse to not maximize. Ooh, Stampede. Closed that one by accident. You know, it's getting released soon. So we need to make sure that we maximize those opportunities. Make sure you don't miss out. We have Droplet, same deal. Quarter centuries, if you go to the yearly, you know, was in the mid 40s. And I feel like this card was lower. Yeah, as low as 31 at one point over a year ago. But same deal. So many staples came out. And this is just Rarity Collection 1. So many staples, so many broken cards. Guys, the same thing is going to happen with Stampede, but this time we want to make sure we're ready. And Lightning Storms as well. You know, recently the card was 1920s. Told you guys to pick it up. Still holding 40 strong, up 2x. Hopefully you guys listen, and we need to pay attention. Quarter Century Stampede, we need to pay attention to Rarity Collection Uno. You know, in the sense of examples. Cards like these, when they come in Stampede, we need to identify them and make sure we pick them up quick. Guys, link in the description down below. Make sure you check out our tools, resources, discount codes right here, and $50 off whatnot. You want to make sure you don't miss out. And again, guys, the channel continues to grow, honestly. We have so many giveaways. We love to give back. The comment section is always fire. The live streams are fire. It's a blessing to be here, man. It is, honestly. So if you can relate to what we do here at the Fresh Off the Press community, make sure you ring that bell. Make sure you like the video on the way in. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out our Fresh Off the Press content and our giveaways, man. I mean, so many goodies, man. Make sure you subscribe. 8.25K just around the corner. You want to make sure you get your Dominus Purge, Quarter Century Secret Rare, and all of this stuff coming soon. Look, we're at 8.13K. This is literally coming soon. Guys, you don't want to miss out. Make sure you take advantage of this. You know, as we continue to give back to the community. Each and every single one of you guys are straight MVPs. Guys, don't forget, none of this content is official. Financial advice is for entertainment purposes only. Some people sometimes gloss over that. I'm just telling you guys either what I'm doing or I would be doing in these situations. Then we have Rarity Collection 2. The Forgotten Rarity Collection. I mean, if you're 43 minutes in, what can I say? You deserve this. $67 sealed Rarity Collection 2 boxes. While everyone's focusing on Bonanza, buyouts, and Stampede, don't forget, if you have the extra cash, Rarity Collection 2 at 67 bones, not bad. You know, not bad. Shout out to Andrew, you know, for highlighting this in yesterday's live stream that the sealed was, you know, crashing down. Excuse me, $10 per box. As we can see here, 53 listings, 67 bones. And then after that 18 wall right there, you have a couple here in the 60s. Then it quickly goes back up to 78, 80 bucks essentially. So this is a flash crash deal right here. If you're this late into the video, you deserve this flash crash deal. If you have the extra cash, you feel like cracking some packs open, you know, this Rarity Collection, people are undermining it, man. Undermining it. We've always said that. Every time we've talked about Rarity Collection 2, we've always said the same thing. It's the Forgotten Rarity Collection by the masses. That's when we remember the most. We here at this community, Fresh Off the Press community, we need to remember these cards. I mean, we were talking about amazing deals, guys, from Rarity Collection 2. We here at the channel, we're talking about this card at $5 to $6. And the card at the height of its power reached 45 bones. There was people out here that bought this around 5s, and they were trading these at 40s. Like, what an insane purchasing power. Look, recently it went from 20s to 30s. A lot of hype around this card right now, and quickly it goes back to mid 30s. But the whole point was buying at 5s. The whole point was being early when we were talking about this card. The whole point was coming in and getting it before it gets bought out. That's the whole point, man. And that's what we were doing for this card for Rarity Collection 2. What would I be doing? I would be recycling this purchasing power. That's what I would be doing. Oh yeah, Ultimate Slayer, people need it. I need to then downgrade to supers, and you know, which are 10x down. And then you take all that value and you put it into Stampede, because there's gonna be another Ultimate Slayer in Stampede. Another quarter century, there's gonna be 5-6 bones. It's gonna go to 20s and 30s and 40s. And we'll most likely identify it before then, just like we do, because we do this for a living and the crystal ball don't play. Where's the crystal ball? Crystal ball needs to make an appearance. Crystal ball said, buy Ultimate Slayers at $5. And Crystal ball is saying now, sell Ultimate Slayer at 35s, use those 5 beans or 10 beans, buy yourself a play set of supers or ultras, lower rarity, and take the rest of them beans and do what you want. If someone gives me $100 right now for a playset of this, I'll take the 100, use 10, buy me a playset of the cheaper ones, and take them 90 bones. Stampede. Maybe take $20 bill for you, man. Treat yourself for making that move. And when with the remaining purchasing power, Stampede. Do it all over again, because the game is that easy. You find the next Ultimate Slayer once we talk about it, and then you do what you must. And then after that, Spikes, is just recycling. Literally, when we say recycle your purchasing powers for a reason, the game is that easy, man. So again, Rarity Collection 2, so underrated, guys. So many great reprints in here. So many great reprints that people have glossed over. Even the sealed is still too great, man. One of my favorite Rarity collections, just because of how so undervalued by the masses the set is. We have Crossout Designator, just such an iconic staple. Again, came in here. We talked about this one recently, saying that it could, you know, it's forming its booty shape recovery. We're in the midst of it. So if you see it, you know, go up above 3767s consistently, and the chart, if it's up there, then there's going to be 40s and then a $50 card down the line. So again, look at the value that came in Rarity Collection 2. Staples like this that people need access to. The game is that easy. So again, we're going to be there to identify in Stampede cards like these that you want to make sure you get access to, you know, cards that are meta relevant. I'm just so excited, man. Honestly, I'm so excited. Then we have Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. Literally, I bought 5 of these at 6 bones. I put 30 bones. Yeah, I sold along the way. I'm not claiming I sold, you know, the highs of this card or anything like that. But yeah, I bought at 6s and we started taking profits. What was it, like at 30s? I think it was. So insane, 30, 35, like around the price now. Of course, the card 2x from here and went to all-time highs. It says 58s, but the card went up to 75 bones. Wild. But again, I took profits, man. I was buying a $35 card at 6 bones. So again, so much value. Look at that, stair-stepping. We were literally buying the lows. You can't make this stuff up. Stair-stepping to the all-time highs, now retracing back down to the mean, just waiting to see. People are undecisive. Should I continue playing Blue Eye? Should I move on to White Forest as a mean or Post Alliance Insights? Rizio Banless coming. How hard is it going to get hit? And should I switch over to Malice? And should I do this? And should I do that? So again, you know, people are just, they don't know what to do right now. They're just waiting for the big fundamental events to occur. I can't blame them. But again, there's going to be a bunch of great reprints in Stampede, you know, that we need to be ready for. Just like Spirits at 6s, Ultimate Slayers at 6s, there's going to be another $5 to $6 card that is going to reach 40s, 50s, crazy prices like Ultimate Slayer and Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. We'll be there along the way, you know, to identify those. But you want to make sure you have that powder, that dry powder ready, you know, ready to implement into the markets and buy whatever you need. So make sure you keep that in mind. Drawing Lockbirds, guys, again, card is 30 bones, you know, right here. But quickly, after a couple of one-ups, goes to 40s. Don't get it twisted, guys. We're talking about this card and this draw, man. Cards that always cycle in and out of formats, man. Cards that people always need. Each and every single Rarity collection has done that in the past. And Stampede won't be any different. It's going to give us probably the Fenriers and the Fuwalos as we know, and and you know, cards that people, just staples, always wanted to get their hands on. And what are we going to be doing? We're going to be buying them cards. You know, we're going to be buying them cards. There's going to be so many other cards that we're going to be paying attention to. I'm excited for Stampede. I will not lie, man. Then we have here DD Crow, another hand trap, iconic, Time Wizard, modern, iconic hand trap that came in the Forgotten Rarity Collection set. The one that no one pays attention to. Card is 18 bones. This card is too cheap. Yes, it's not being used now. The card is not being played. So many better cards right now. We get it. But it's a matter of time. Crow, hey, I'm telling you, man, if Bestials get hit, you know, people might resort back to Crows. And Malice is not a thing, you know, late this year or whatever, when we got newer decks. Don't sleep on the Crow, man. Cheap, man. Look, cheap compared to future prices. And, you know, yeah, here we are. So, again, I can't wait. I feel like Stampede is going to do more of the same. More that we saw in Rarity Collection 1. You know, more of the same like we saw in Rarity Collection 2. And in Bonanza, I cannot wait for Stampede, man. We have Cosmic Cyclones. Look at that. Cosmic Cyclones. Card don't even work. Let's see if we can fix it here. Look at that. Lows. You're buying the lows here. Talked about this at 1350s. Now the card is 1550s. And it's going to be 20 bones and beyond pretty soon. Guys, 23 listings. So amazing reprints in this Rarity Collection. And these Rarity Collections, cards that people want, that people need, staples in, you know, this quarter century secret rare, which is the favorite for most Yu-Gi-Oh players. And in many instances, then we get, you know, we also get the P's and the R's. You know what I mean? So again, so much value in these older Rarity Collections that people gloss over. And they're going to do the same with Stampede. That's the whole point. They're going to do the same with Stampede. And we need to make sure that we're early. You know, once the set releases, 3 weeks later, a month later, a month and a half, 2 months later, that's when we deploy our capital, you know, that we deploy our capital to pick those cards up. Again, it's not to say that you can't treat yourself when Stampede comes, or you feel, you know, certain prices are low, or you buy the ultras and the supers, just the cheaper ones. I get it. But to truly deploy your hard-earned capital, like for Bonanza, the best time to invest, it wasn't like the first month or the first week or the best time to invest was 2 to 3 months after release. Once everyone forgot, you know, focusing on the new core sets and took those reprints for granted, and now they're all getting cleaned out. The same will be happening with Stampede. Then we have Pot of Duality. We talked about Prosperity. We have this pot card, Duality, iconic pot card. Rarity Collection 2 recently with 7 bones, spiking up to 21s. And here's 18 to 20 bucks right here. Again, 3xing almost, essentially. And that's how easy the game is. That's how easy the game is, man. That is how easy the game is. Guys, honestly, we're going to get, what pot card are we missing? Are we missing any pots? You know, for Stampede, we'll see. But not like Pot of Riches and like those older ones. But I think most of the main core pot cards, maybe Acquisitiveness. Yeah. I think that one. You know, and that'll be a good one to buy. If it's cheap, you know, at 1, 2, 3 bones, whatever, because no one's playing it right now. Just pot cards, you always pick them up, man. You always pick them up. And then we have Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. What an iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card. What an iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card. You know, here's in the 30s, but the card was in the 20s, man, forever. Card was in the 20s forever. Look, as low as it says 2186, but look, low of 19. Now it's 30s. But it, man, I'm telling you, man. What's the next Dragoon that we're getting in Stampede? Yeah, man. I always love Rarity Collections, man. It's awesome that they're doing this, in my humble opinion. And I can't wait for Stampede. So again, we always have to be on the lookout for great reprints, great cards that came out, you know, that everyone wants and needs. So you already know. Hieratic Seal. We were talking about this card at 11s. It hit a highs of 50 bones in the last 3 months. Insane. And then now it's retracing back down to the mean. You know, we were telling you guys to pick this up at around 25s, I think it was last time. You know, telling you guys that this card is going to become being used not just with Blue Eyes now, but also with Dragon Rulers. So again, yeah, we talked about this one at 11s, and we're going to do the same with Stampede. We will be doing the same with Stampede because we do this for a living, and our advantage is that we have the crystal ball on our side. And then there's always cards, man, that receive new support, like Psychics, you know, receiving new support. And then, you know, they were cheap, 8 bones, spike up to 18s, high sale price of 25s. Of course, retracing back down to 15s. That is not bad, guys. That is not bad. If you need the card, I'd be picking it up right here. E-Telly, man, emergency teleport, Psychics getting support. And the same thing, Stampede cards that are going to get reprinted, you know, some other deck archetype is going to get support. or deck type down the line. And then, you know, those are spiked up as well too. We always talked about emergency e-tellies and single digis, and so much value in these rarity collections. So make sure you have that dry powder to take advantage of it. And then lastly, we have quarter century bonanza. Yeah, we left it for last because we always cover bonanza on the channel, sometimes even multiple times a week. We're always covering these cards because this is the latest and greatest rarity collection. This is rarity collection 3. This is bonanza, man, the first rarity collection that gave us the nostalgia boomer cards. Today it was mostly about all meta relevant cards. The meta, keep it in mind, recycle that purchasing power, give yourself a shot to buy meta relevant cards like Fuwalos and other cards that are coming in Stampede. You want to be ready. And we're going to keep touching base on the meta side of bonanza, you know, today and next week in part 2. We're going to focus on the nostalgia part of bonanza. We're going to touch base on that and other goodies and the tins as well. So we're going to do that combined video next week with reference to Stampede, because this is the calm before the storm. You want to be ready, man. So I'm going to be warning the masses because I'm looking out for you guys. All right. So again, bonanza boxes used to be 110s, 111s. Wow. We're almost an hour in. What an episode today. We'll see what the masses, what you guys think. To me, great episode today. So hopefully you guys get the value that, you know, I'm expecting you guys to get. So we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. Guys, boxes were 110s, 100, 110s, now going parabolic to 150s. Insanity. People are realizing, because again, Rarity Collection 1 is just nostalgia, had staples of staples, we get it. But this set literally had 200 plus quarter centuries inside of it. So that's why I think it might even be more than Rarity Collection 1 at one point. Just the price per box is because there's just more value, more for your money in that sense, if you guys get what you mean. And I mean what I mean. Hey, you know what I mean? You mean what I know? Hey, 9 listings, guys. These boxes are getting cleaned out. People just coming in, cracking these. Because, again, a lot of these quarter centuries, boomer hype is here. Boomer hype is here. This came out in November. You know, pretty soon it'll be 6 months in May since this came out. So here we are, man. Here we are. Boxes are going parabolic. And just look at the set, man. Just look at the set. Look, a lot of modern relevant cards and meta relevant cards. You know, of course you have the nostalgia, but we'll touch base on that next week. But yeah, man, just so many great cards that used to be so expensive. So many cards like SP Little Knight. You know, the prismatics were 40 to 50s from the tins before it got reprinted in Bonanza, and before that the OGs from AGOV used to be $100, a hundo. And Bonanza came and destroyed those card prices. And now you have $5 Little Knights. Of course, we're using the Platinum Secret, but, you know, this is just to show that this is the next best thing from the quarter century, you know, Bonanza, because it already had the QCSR version from the core set AGOV. So, yeah, I mean, hey, these cards are cheaper now. Again, the same thing is going to happen with Fuwalos and any other meta-relevant card that they decide to reprint. That's why you want to be early. You want to sell early. I'm showing you guys examples of cards that were money before. Other versions were money before Bonanza reprint and they got destroyed. Before the Rarity Collection reprint, don't be that guy, man. I mean, an hour in, you probably get the gist of it now, right, guys? We had triple T's, triple tactics thrust, card that everyone needed, you know. And again, here we are. Card used to be super expensive before the reprint. Guys came and destroyed. Gave us $6 thrust. $6 thrust. Guys, where's my bike? $6 thrust. Look what I got here. Look what I got here, man. Look at it. Look at this page of thrust, man. Look at this page. Look how easy the game is. Look how easy the game is. A page. I got these for 6s for the most part. 650s. Right here. Staples, man. Staples. What do you think is going to happen with Stampede? What do you think is going to happen with Stampede? We're going to get another thrust in there. Not literally this card, but another meta-relevant staple that is going to be cheap. And now those thrusts are 10, 11, 12. Up 2x just cuz. We're going to have those opportunities, but you want to have the dry powder to make those moves. You want to recycle, you know, sell some of these Bonanza cards that we've been covering on the channel that have been going parabolic, and use that purchasing power to buy cheap cards that are going to be like thrust, like meta-relevant staples. You guys already know. We have Super Poly. Same deal. Super Polymerization, a great reprint that came in Bonanza. guys, that a lot of people were clamoring for, and that honestly we couldn't have been having $8 commons, man. We needed these reprints. So again, there's gonna be other super polys, you know, other examples just like these of cards that people are clamoring for. And again, this Bonanza has been more recent, so that's why you don't see like crazy prices as you see maybe in Rarity Collection 1 or 2 for the modern side of Bonanza for the most part. But again, it's just a matter of time as these will continue to dry up. You know, people will still need these cards, so you do what you must. Again, make sure you recycle your purchasing power. Just so many you know, great reprints that come in these Rarity collections. Totally awesome. A lot of people are panicking just in case. You know, a lot of people are fearing the fact that this card might get hit on the ban list because people are using this and the card is just too good. The card is broken. But again, I think they shouldn't hit Toad. They need to hit the shark. If they're hitting anything, hit what brings it out. Because again, if you work your way into this card and you bring it out, you know, by struggling to do so, then I get it. You deserve the reward. I get it. If it's that easy, you make a rank 4 and then you bring it out. I understand. That's too broken. So hit the shark. Excuse me, if you're going to hit anything, my humble opinion, let me know what you guys think. But still, amazing reprints. You know, I still think we need an OTS OT of this card, so please don't ban it. But amazing reprints came in Bonanza, modern relevant, you know, meta relevant cards. And yeah, like Toad, we needed this. And it's nice to see that again in Stampede we're gonna get other reprints of meta relevant cards that we were always on the fence in the sense like, man, we just need this card to get reprinted, and we're gonna be ready. We're gonna be ready to take advantage of, you know, some of these cards that are coming in Stampede. Just showing you guys an example of what a beautiful card that was needed, and that these Rarity collections always end up doing the same thing. Then we have Black Rose Moonlight Dragon again. Recently, card is going down a little bit towards 15-16s, but the card was 6 bones. That's when we were buying it right here at 650s before the parabolic spike. And again, you see value, man, in these Bonanza products, these Rarity collection products. You know, we're gonna have the next Moonlight Dragon. We're gonna have the next $5 card in Stampede that no one's gonna be looking at. We're gonna highlight it, and then, you know, you're gonna take profits because the game is that easy. Example after example after example, guys, of what we're gonna be doing in Stampede. But you need to be ready for it. When Stampede comes around, you need to be ready for it. You need to have that dry powder, you know, to recycle your purchasing power by selling, you know, crazy cards that are going on buyouts from Bonanza and things of that sort, to make sure that you rotate that value into Stampede. Look, we have Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogward. Again, reprints, man, hand traps, cards that people needed. Look at that. This one's spiking up to 15s. Card used to be in the single digits at one point. Look, $0. Card used to be cheaper. As we can see, this V-shaped recovery. Look at that right there. Card used to be 8-9 bones. Now it's 15s. Do what you must. This is gonna be great reprints just like this one in Stampede. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I cannot wait, man. So much value coming. I'm excited. Look, we even got the Reaper, man. Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. This card was 5 bones, doubled up here with a high of 1789s. And now it's a $10 card, double digi. So, yeah, I mean, and look, we even got some alternate arts in Bonanza. I think we're getting more of the same in Stampede. So continue to pay attention to great value. Ghost Girls, hand traps, so much coming in Stampede. We want to make sure you're ready. Look, even Sky Striker Ace Shizuku. This card, wow, is getting cleaned out. Yo, that's crazy. I mean, if you're an hour in, you deserve this. Wow, we were talking about this card at sub 5 billies. You know, around there, $5. Insane. This card is making its parabolic move. The hype is real around Sky Strikers. Wow, new support coming. 10 listings only. This is a $17 card, guys. And then quickly goes to... No way. Yo, we need to be ready, man. We need to be ready. We need to be ready, man. Especially if we get other Sky Strikers in Stampede, which is definitely a possibility. If we get Kagari and things that we need to buy them, man. We need to buy them early when they're cheap. You know, when they crash down, because the supply is going to be there. We need to make sure we learn from these moves. Insane. What is the alternate art doing then? What is the alternate art doing? Wild. Wild. From 25 to 50s, man. Insane. Sky Striker. No way. We literally talked about this card the other day. Yo, this is $9 linkage. Stop, man. Yo, that's crazy. That is insane. Yeah, I mean, we told y'all to pick it up, man. We literally covered this card. Yeah. We have an hour in, and we didn't even touch base on Platinum Secret Rares. Like the fact that we're getting more Platinum Secret Rares and Nostalgia ones too in Stampede. Oh, that's next week, man. Next week I got you with the Nostalgia. We'll touch base probably on some Platinum Secret Rares, and we'll do an hour as well, because there's just so much to talk about, man. I love these hour market watches, and I thank you guys that take advantage of it and watch. You know, we continue to change the game. We continue to change the game. People, I remember, man. I remember, man. In 2 years doing this, when I first started, you can't talk that way. The way that you talk, and you sound like this and you sound like that, and here we are. It used to say, you can't do your videos this long. Everyone does it 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20. You're going too long. You're doing this, you're doing that. And here we are, man. Continuing to make hour-long market watches. At times, most of ours are 40 minutes. 40 to 45 minutes is that healthy range. Sometimes we go over an hour, especially during collabs or when we're really trying to focus on something like this. Hopefully, you guys continue to find value in what we do. And we're changing the game out here, man. This is what I do, man. This is what I love. So here we are, guys. Linkage insane. Hopefully you guys took advantage of that. Wild, man. Wild what's going on in the markets. And then we have Protos, a card that people were paying 40 plus for an Ultra. We have cheap quarter century secret rare here at 9 bones, 10 bones, and it's going up little by little. So 24 listings. And if this card doesn't get hit by the ban list, this is going to be money. 15 to 20s easy. People were paying 40s for Ultras. What do you think they're going to do when they realize that this one is still single digits? It's max rarity form. So much value came in Bonanza. So many cards were reprinted. And we're getting the same type of set again in just 2 weeks. And it's going to flood the markets. You want to be ready. You want to make sure you sell early. You want to make sure you have that dry powder. This is the conclusion of the market watch. You want to be ready to recycle your purchasing power into the new Stampede cards that are going to come out. Supply is going to be there. People are going to be cracking these things open. We're going to be ready this time. This is part 1. Part 2 coming next week. And lastly, we have Heatwave. Cards that are common were 20 plus. Great reprints like these. Now you have the quarter century here. Actually moving on up, guys. That's a deal right there at $396. Yeah, because what? People also realized, man, I was paying $20 for a common. Give me this one at single digits, guys. So don't let it get too crazy. So many examples that we talked about today here, guys, of so many cards that used to be so much more expensive. Cards that needed reprints, staples, meta-relevant cards, boomer cards. You have it all in Bonanza, and we're getting it all again in Stampede. This is the calm before the storm. Be ready. Recycle your purchasing power. This is the warning. That's what I'm here for. Make sure you guys navigate these crazy times with reprints and balance and all this, and give yourself the best shot. It's not about every single move we make. Literally, we're perfect, but we give ourselves the best shot possible, and we win more than what we lose, and we can live with the results. You know what I mean? You mean what I know. So again, another warning video coming out next week. Stay tuned for that. And at this point, we'll continue to monitor the Stampede release, and early next week. Early next week, if we have leaks, we have this, that, we're going to cover that. We're going to keep you guys informed. So if you made it this far out into the video, guys, you guys are straight MVPs, man. An hour 10. Wow. Me by myself here. No collabs. Insane. Hopefully you find value in what we do, guys. Channel continues to grow. Is a blessing. We're 2 years in. It's just the beginning, guys. I'm excited to be here. And we continue to grind our way to success. So if you can relate to that, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. If you made it this far, in the video, and you're listening to me this far in, first of all, you're a straight MVP, and second of all, you might as well double check. If you're subscribed, you might as well share this in one place in a group chat with your group of friends, you name it, that might also be interested in either making or saving money with the markets, obviously, with non-official financial advice, guys. Make sure you're subscribed, ring that bell on the way out, like the video on the way out. I'll gladly appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much for your time, for your support, and for your attention. Stay fresh.